Thank you very much, Wolfie and GK, and now it is time, Heartbreaker. How you doing, man? Lower finals, it's time to make it happen.
I'm excited for this match. This is definitely going to be a good one, especially because Arial Rise has come alive.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they are ready to frag, but we have seen a very strong performance on the other side as well. High Caliber has done very well, so I'm hoping for a good match. I'm hoping that High Caliber is ready to play because Arial Rise, they showed they were in that last series. They're coming in hot. Another team's coming in cold, right? High Caliber wasn't in that, so could play into it.
Yeah, sometimes they talk about how mid-map you can scale up by getting so ahead in perks and utility and all that stuff. It seems like Arial Rise is scaling up as a team throughout the tournament. Friday, they were extremely shaky. They got upset. They lost to the Rome's Bandits, and then guess what? They decided, you know what? That's going to be not happening ever again. Saturday, they played absolutely exceptional, and it looks like they're playing even better today. And oh, man, you should have seen Gronky. He was nervous in that comeback attempt. It was so close, but Blackhand ended up prevailing, and now Arial, they got to go again.
Yeah, and I mean, coming into this one, I saw them in the hallway, and they said they feel better now after that loss than they have all weekend long. And we see there's not going to be a res in this one. As we go into this very first map, looking like Hollow, St. Dahlia, you're not getting any playtime, which does change up the way that the actual game is played. You can't go for some of those early aggressive picks because nobody's going to be there to save you.
Precisely. We saw double res come out in the last demolition on Windward, and now heading into this demo, we're not going to see either revive, so it's going to be the Glitch and the Scorch first picked on the side of Arial. I'm assuming that there's going to be a Ronin pick on the side of High Caliber here. I will say Cannibals last night did about 5 hours of VOD reviewing. He has a little notebook. He said he wrote down every possible combination, every single thing that this team could ban, not only Arial Rise, also Blackhand. He went through every single map, every single pick ban. He's got a little notebook. He understands exactly what he wants to play, and it looks like Fix or Sigrid, that's going to be the choice.
Yeah, and so, I mean, that leaves that Ronin in, though, and that's important because on a map like this, Ronin can be deadly. We've seen it time and time again. The Ronins this weekend have seemingly popped off consistently, and as we go into this, finally, the Ronin pick does come out alongside the Runway, which I'm sure we're seeing slot play.
Now, what do you think about the first pick of Arial Rise being two essentially EMP characters with the Glitch hack, and then the first two choices for the side of High Caliber being characters that are directly countered by either glitch hacks or an EMP? Like, what are your thoughts about that?
Well, we saw this earlier, and we had the exact same conversation, actually. And that was basically, well, if you don't take them, they do. And so it's really a matter of, yes, they can counter it, but do we want them to have the EMP characters and the characters that can be EMP'd, right?
Precisely.
And so it's, yes, you can shut us down, but if we don't pick these, you're getting them. And finally, we see the Glimpse and the Vi come in. So good crowd control coming in with that Vi in particular, good intel, and as well as flanking possibilities to kind of counter that glitch, which we know it's probably me padding around a bit.
Oh, precisely. And there are no trophies on the map either. Another thing that is very, very important on this map in Hollow, simply because pretty much in order to make either play on the A or B site, you got to be throwing util, whether it's going to be a smoke, whether it's going to be trying to get a nice nade down, something. You got to use some type of util, so the fact that there's no trophies on either side, this is going to be an action-packed map, I can say that.
Well, it's been pretty consistent. Teams have not been going that route. I mean, consistently throughout this tournament, we know how much utility gets thrown on this map because it is how you take every site. No matter what you're doing, things are getting smoked, things are getting ulted. I mean, it's insane. Exactly. But people just, I think they've given up on it. They think there's too much utility because it all comes out at one time. Your trophies get 8, and then they still end up getting something through. So as we head here into this first round of this series, we're going to see if Arial Rise can keep up their momentum or if it's going to be High Caliber who pull off what I think most would consider an upset.
And it's going to be a 4-hit onto this A site, and it looks like they're not going for the plant. They're trying to push out the back. It's going to be Joker by his lonesome on the Glimpse back here, but he does have a teammate that's duoed up with him. Are they going to get two-pieced, or are they going to be able to take him out? A big exchange going to be coming out, but Joker's going to go ahead and back away from that one.
Yeah, and the thing is, a lot of damage was done on both sides, but neither saw a player go down. So here we are. They're holding the bomb to 4 versus 4. Nobody's taking the plant either, and now it looks like they're swinging around the spawn side. They're going to get spotted on this cross, but they've taken both sides here, Rome.
Look at how Prosper is literally across the map from his team. They have the biggest pinch ever, like, that you could even imagine. He has been watching this flank to mid, so the second that they drop down from up top, Prosper's going to be able to call that out, and they're going to be able to keep that middle area locked down because they're going to know exactly how many players are going to be going to that mid, and this should be a free plant over at this B site.
But you can see there, Fixer almost has that ult back. So as they make these rotations, we're going to be able to see that, and they're all cutting through a different location.
Joker went through the middle, but he was invisible, and Prosper was in the back of the map. He was so far back, he's not going to hear this flank coming in from Joker. This right now is massive coming in. He might actually be able to make the entire play. This entire round revolves around Joker coming up clutch.
Yeah, and it just depends on where they move, but you can see Story was here initially, but they pushed in and they're taking those fights. So now the flank's coming in, but Prosper's coming off a short, and he might just spot him. Here's the invis. You can see the bullets going through, trying to get him just a lot of, not even a lot of damage. He's down to 77. Prosper from behind needs to try to pick this one up, and they're just exchanging shots.
Yeah, and they were able to get the revive as well, but that's going to be Vi dropping once again. Oh, the shots from Joker not going to be enough, and that's going to be the Sigrid and Rugi left all by his lonesome, and this one should be heading over to Arial. As Rugi, you got to make something happen. You do have the shield, but yeah, that's going to be all she wrote. Nice plays coming in. Arial Arise picking up the first round.
And I was thinking there, maybe he pulls out the shield, and then I look and go, Glitch has his ult still.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You pull that shield out, we're shutting it down. Very well played. There was an opening, as you pointed out. Joker slipping through, invisible, getting past Prosper. If they would have been holding long control, all you would have been hearing is, how? How is he here? You're watching our flank Prosper. It doesn't come to that, though. We do see Arial Arise go up 1-0, but what a round that one was.
Oh, for sure. And I mean, GK pointed it out. He wanted to see what exact rogue Rugi was going to be on. And I got to be honest, I feel like the pick of Sigrid was more of, we don't want you guys to have the Sigrid in the second round of picks, rather than we want to play Sigrid. And I honestly feel like that can come back to bite them. I feel like when teams play to their strengths more than to what they feel like the other team's weaknesses are, then, it usually bodes better for them. But hey, listen, it's all about proving me wrong. It's right now. It's the lower finals. The winner of this series is going to be securing $4,000, $1,000 each for themselves. It's going to be coming down to the wires. Already the action's popping off.
Oh, yeah, I see Story and then pushing straight through the spawn. Again, they're doing this round after round. We've seen two, and both times it has happened on opposite sides of the map, however. Different bomb sites, they're pushing through, they're getting those opening picks, and that takes out Candy. So now the shot caller, he's out of this round. He can only give them words, no help.
And you can see shields up. You might have to run away, Emes, because guess what? That is going to be a wild Rugi on your tail. And you can see Emes says, okay, if I can't take that fight, I'll go help out my teammate and try to win this one. He gets Saint extremely low, turn in the corner. P-Story is going to be able to take him out. Now it's going to be a 2v3 situation. Rugi does still have that shield, but guess what? That just went away. Not going to be able to get the revive. They're going to be finishing that off for sure, making sure there isn't going to be a chance.
Yeah, he really wanted that sniper because, I mean, Rugi with a sniper in his hand can be dangerous, even on a Sigrid. You know, you're not expecting him to pick you, but can he overcome three players? Can he pull a slot play? It's not looking good. He's pinned in this corner. They're taking all the angles, up high, down low, and they will clean that one up to go up 2-0. I'm liking what we're seeing out of Arial Arise. They're not just pushing in, getting the bomb plant. They're taking map control. They're making sure that they have all the lanes covered, and I think they're catching High Caliber off guard.
Not only that, you can see the vibes. You got Story over there smiling, laughing, Emes smiling and laughing. I mean, if you got two people feeling good that are those specific players on your team, it's going to be a pretty good day for you, because guess what? Those players, when they start getting that momentum going, that confidence in themselves, especially Story. Story's definitely one of those players where if he's doing down, like if he's doing not that great, you know, he kind of gets down on himself and doesn't all play that well. But if he can start to get things rolling, he is one of the most scariest players when he gets confident.
Yeah, and I mean, you got to think he's dealt the most damage on land, 2 lanes in a row.
Yeah.
He's still due for that today.
Yep.
So, I mean, he's got this match to do it in. At least, can he deliver once again? It looks like we are seeing something different from High Caliber this time. They're getting aggressive on the long position at A, and that has forced Arial Arise on the rotation. Is there anybody there to stop them when they get there, though? That's what we have to look and see here, because it looks like they're taking it for free.
Yeah, they're going to be hard committing over here on this B site for sure. Saint most likely going to be using this fixer ult right here and now, and yes, that's going to be the case. Needs to hit a shot. Not going to be able to. The flash, nice counter to that fixer ultimate to delay that just a tad bit. But guess what? The Ronin not going to be able to get that bomb down, as that's going to be an arbitrator coming in from Canny, taking out Slop. That's going to be a big, big pick.
Oh, yeah, they finally have that advantage. Need to come up big, but Emes there with the trade in the back, trying to make something happen. He takes down Joker. Saint in an uncomfortable spot, though, because now they have somebody potentially back on your spawn side, and you have people up ahead. Can you get out? It's not looking good, but things have slowed down here, Rome. I mean, 3 versus 3, 40 seconds left on the clock, and nobody looking to budge. And it's been flipped. Arial Arise is on the other side, and he's planning right in front of him, and he's going to go down.
Yeah, you can't do that. Not going to be letting that happen whatsoever. Stim shot comes out as well. Going to be finishing him off with the shield, and now going to be hopping over. I don't even know what to do in this situation. That is literally the worst situation in pubs, in ranked. It doesn't matter. You got a Sigrid shield right in front of you. It's over.
Yeah. That's going to be very difficult. And now what I want to know is what exactly they're thinking on the side of High Caliber, so let's listen in.
Just have to turn around. It's very predictable. Alright, if they show A, we fight A. If they show B, we fight B.
Are you guys always gonna be fighting on the corner there? Because like, if I'm back third sniping Plaid, I can't help you like where you went, Joker.
You should.
No, yeah, I should have never took the fight.
You should.
I guess I could just play out more, but.
Alright, we're fighting A. I mean, if anything, you could.
I'm just saying, like, we also fight and like Joker just hide here or something.
They're always gonna play aggro. Yeah, like when we fight, we're gonna.
All right, I'm doing here then.
They're not here. Can we triple flank? Can we triple flank?
Yes.
You guys do it. You guys do it. Go with them, TK. You go with them, TK.
Hello?
They're nading our short. They think we're here. They just use so much util in this corner. They're on site now.
Joker flanking. Me and Joker flanking. Let's take our time, Joker.
I'm not getting no pings.
I think they're on our side.
Come with me, come with me.
Nothing?
Yeah, they're on our side.
Nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, they're 100%.
I'm smoking.
I have my shield back in a couple seconds. Any pings, anything.
Yo, I could use my glimpse to stretch it.
Watch your left, Kenny.
You
Yeah,
look,
you
you can.
Yeah, do it.
One's in front of me.
Yeah,
running.
one's in front for sure.
I got stuck.
From where? I'm on.
From in front.
I'm
not peeking at all.
I'm on site. I could be a res.
One done.
I could possibly be a res.
You need to look right when you res.
He's on the heady, remember?
Get ready.
One's playing on the other wall. Jumping behind you.
I can't.
No, I can't do nothing.
He's just holding a Semtex, man. Like, fuck. I can't do shit right now.
Yeah, and you can hear the frustration coming out right there from Joker, understanding that, man, even though they were able to hit that double flank, they got a great pinch in theory. I mean, they just let Arial Rise take complete control of their spawn. They said, I think they're in our spawn. Oh, they were all 4 in your spawn for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, that's one of those things where we're watching, we're hearing their comms, they're making a play, a specific play there on the other bomb site, but ultimately they're on the wrong side. Again, it seems like Arial Rise is countering everything High Caliber is trying to pull out. They keep trying to pull out, oh, let's push this, let's go for the set play. That seemed good in theory, and they probably would be if they were in the right positions, but Arial Rise just simply is going in the other direction.
Precisely, and that is one of the things that can happen when you have a lack of intel. Yes, Glimpse is intel, but you got to be right in front of her in order to get some actual intel from it. Already is going to be Slop dropping early in this round, looking good for High Caliber. Saints extremely low in this situation as they're just trying to figure out exactly what Arial is going to do at this point.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the opening pick they need. They finally, not only did they get it, but there's another stick. It is so unlucky how they keep falling to these Semtexes. They've been absolutely shredding them with these explosive. The utility play has been fantastic and didn't get the EMP, though. So Joker able to get around this map, but it's only going to last but so long. They're trying to clear it out. It goes in the wrong direction, but still wins the gunfight.
Down to 1 HP. A mess said, get out of my lobby. 4-1. That was a beautiful play right there. I mean, he thought that he heard the glimpse behind him, so he said, oh, take that fire. Ended up, firing out his own teammate, but still was able to turn and literally burn right there. Beautiful stuff going to be coming out.
Oh, yeah. When he threw that EMP, I thought, oh, that's a good opportunity. You're going to get the reveal out. Doesn't matter. It doesn't land. Still makes the most of it and wins a gunny. And, I mean, look at this. 1,600 damage on a mess. He is popping off. In the last series, we said, okay, he kind of took a step back. He was playing a different role. Let Prosper kind of go around. This time, they've kind of reversed it back, and it's actually just going to be remove the reses. Nobody has to play it. That seems to be working pretty well for them.
Yeah, and Slop is struggling compared to what we were seeing him do, not only just yesterday, but today as well, having that insane 1v3 clutch. We all know what he's capable of, so, I mean, if you're winning and Slop is only having 200 damage, I mean, that is a big dub in my book, is right now.
In the cubby? Someone's in the cubby. Joker's in the cubby. He can make a massive play here. He's able to get one, but immediately gets straight and not the sort of impact that you want to be had here because we're down to the 2 versus 1. It's all on to the Vi. Actually, a 1v1 now, Slop. And you said you need something to happen, but, well, not this time.
Yeah, Canny able to come up big right there at that end of that round. I mean, to bring it into 4-2, that was what they needed to do. You cannot go down 5-1 on this map. This isn't a super offensive-sided map, a super defensive-sided map. This is just a map. It's all about how you play every single round. I really don't feel like there's a favored side on this map specifically.
And we can see when you're looking at the scoreboard, it's decently similar, right? You have damage that is, you
got your snipers at the bottom.
Yep.
And your entry fraggers at the top.
Yeah, it looks pretty mirrored. I mean, a little bit higher, of course, for the team that's up, but not drastically, right? You can tell High Caliber is still in this game. this round could be important because this kind of sets that tone of, all right, we're still here. We're not letting you go too far ahead. 4-2, we hit the second half, map number 1 in this series. Neither team wanting to go home, but they're trying to make it to the grand final.
Yeah, precisely, as this squad in this pistol round is going to be moving on up. Nobody's going to be contesting that. It looks like they are pretty much giving them this A plant for free if they decide to take it, as right now those Vipods are coming out. Slop has not shown himself yet. They do not think that he's here, as that nade's going to be coming out, not able to get it down from it. A lot of damage coming out, but nothing comes to fruition quite yet. But this squad in High Caliber, they've been able to back out, so they're not committed to the site anymore, and now we might start to see a rotation from High Caliber coming in, heading back over to B.
Yeah, they're going to have to do something because, I mean, look at this defense just laid out in front.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see a lot being able to happen here. High Caliber looking for that opening, and they're going to have to go through something intense, but it's going to be this ultimate coming through, and that's just to try to force these players out. But support is not far, and he goes to try to push through it. Shots come in from behind. He realizes maybe that's not the play, but Slop showing himself, taking a lot of damage, but it doesn't matter. He lands the Simtex, and that is Story and Prosper chiming in as well, able to finish a kill and grab another.
Beautiful plays, beautiful patience coming in from Arial. They got 3 down, about to make it 4 as Canny's the last lone survivor on the side of High Caliber. This one is going to be another round heading in their favor, and that's big because a pistol round win, it is so important. You're able to make sure that you're up in money. I don't even know if they got a down on the side of High Caliber that round. And if you don't get a down in the pistol round and pretty much everyone contributes on the other team, you can almost guarantee, though, the next round isn't going to go your way. You're going to be stuck on pistols. The other team has guns and more util, and maybe even a perk to go. Like, it can get very, very rough.
Yeah, and I mean, at that point, you're really relying on a hero play. Something just absolutely monumental or mistakes.
Perfect. Yeah.
And relying on mistakes from Arial Rise is not a position you want to put yourself in. They also needed to kind of continue that momentum, right? Now you've given it back to Arial Rise. They're up 5-2. They're 2 rounds away from taking this. You don't want to go down 7-2 in the first map.
Yeah, and the big thing that I'm looking at right here is Story. He does have 1,500 damage, creeping up, only a couple hundred behind MS now. Coming up big with this Ronin in so many ways, able to get a finish and a knock in the round previous, able to really have a big down right there on the player on site as well in the last round. And I mean, that's exactly what you want to see, is a player that, you know, has been struggling in the first 2 days, come out on Sunday and have a great performance, as that nade almost made Canny wish he didn't go to that corner.
Yeah, but he survives, and they're able to keep this 4v4. Minute and 17 left. Again, poking, prodding, trying to find that opening. But again, there's already 3 players here to defend. You have one kind of lurking over towards the middle side, but other than that, they're ready to go. And as those smokes come out, the utility goes in, and they are ready for anything that happens. They get EMP'd. You can't see through that smoke, and now you can see Saints decided, oh, that's not worth it. I'm going to back off.
Yeah, still does have that ultimate, but, I mean, with no smoke there, you got to use the glimpse smoke right now, because that's the only smoke left on your team. As you can see, they're already starting to hit this rotate over. Canny is wondering, okay, is there going to be anyone hop up? Probably not. I would have been shot by now. So I think I'm good to go, as all 4 of these players on Arial Arise are essentially bottlenecked up in this spot. You can see them rotating over to try and get control of this building, but this is going to be a straight up 4v retake, as it is going to be Saint watching that flank.
Yeah, he's going to pass on that information. They know exactly where everybody's at, but he needs to be able to actually do something with that, unless his teammates can make a massive hold here. Again, finally, the bomb is down. They can now play time, but will Arial Arise give them that opportunity? You can see Slop's trying to bait out a shot right there with that movement, and Arial Rise playing a lot of players towards short, but this is all being passed over by Joker.
Oh, precisely. Joker is pretty much just going to be buying time. Ooh, Joker, you understand that you can see right through that smoke, but it looks like they are going to be tagging him up, using his teammate. And I mean, that's an interesting play, keeping the glimpse alongside the fixer, knowing that you can't really help out all too much. And here we go. This is going to be the big trades coming in, but oh man, big 1v going to be won by Slop. And now Saint, can he win the 1v against Slop? Adopolis not going to need to, as Rugy's going to be the one shooting him in the back, and that's going to be High Caliber picking up the round.
And that's a much needed one. We talked about you let them go up. We said it was unlikely you win this one because of how the first one played out.
Yeah.
But High Caliber says, no, we can still get this round. And they do. They get that plant, and then they play the post plant very well. Joker never peeking out, never giving away any opportunity to be able to be removed from that round. And then, of course, plays alongside the fixer, and they're able to do something there. Saint and Joker playing very well in that long position.
Yeah, and really that was just Arial Arise overcommitting to the B site. Like, you just can't overcommit to a site, because once that rotation comes in, you're just late. You know, especially if that door's open in the middle, you're able to take middle cut control and get the bomb down very easily. We saw literally all 4 players bottlenecked up over at B, not really able to stop the plant whatsoever, trying to reposition. I think they understand that can't happen. They need to leave a player up top mid. That way, if a rotation does come in, they'll be able to call it out and rotate in a timely manner.
now we get to see, can they make that adjustment, right? You
Yeah.
know, we've realized it here from our position, but in the server, can they know, okay, we did probably overcommit
Wow.
because there's been a free plant yet again, and you're putting yourself in a very, very similar position. You have to retake this 4 versus 4. You need some ground to gain, and they have 2 on short here, though. They're taking a different approach. Not everybody's coming from the side, and Canny and Joker have combined to take EMS out of this, so now even more of an advantage.
That was a massive down coming in from Canny. You can see Story coming in on the flank to try and help out Cut. Slopadopoulos looking to potentially... Oh my goodness! Turn and absolutely domed Cannibals. Get him off the map. 2v2 situation now. Oh, but that's going to be Saint answering right on back. This right here is beautiful. Rogue Company coming out. 2v1 situation coming in. P-Story going to need to clutch this one up. Does have the Ronin knife. Oh, no. Not able to make that one land whatsoever. Most likely going to be picking this one up. But no! Saint so smart. Shot the Ronin knife. Understood. Oh, yeah. He's creeping up to pick that bad boy up. Not going to be happening whatsoever. Saint with the accuracy takes out the Ronin knife with the tier along with P-Story.
Oh, I love to see that. So I'm creeping up. I say, oh, there's a chance. There's a chance he might take it out. And Saint, perfect timing. I mean, didn't do it right away. Kind of thought for a second, said, well, just hold on. I don't think I want you to have that back. Fires it off, wins the round off of it. And now we got a game on our hands. 1 round away from tying this one up. And they have been getting plant after plant without really having to do much. So now it is, what can they do if Arial Rise defends that site? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, it seems like the way these compositions are working, offense is a little bit favored just because there's no trophies on either defensive side, so you're really able to pretty much set up however you want. I mean, you do have the glitch hack that has been countering, but at the end of the day, you still got a whole nother smoke with glimpse that you can use. Usually most of the time when they see the fixer smoke, that's when the glitch will hack. But, I mean, if you still have the glimpse smoke, you can literally just combine the glimpse and the fixer to be able to still have that fixer smoke essentially in your back pocket.
Something to note here is we said we needed to change. We need to see what it's like when they defend it. Now we have Arial Rise playing 2 people over towards the long side of B. They're saying we're not giving you this for free anymore. We want to make this play that does give a weaker spot over towards A, but they're playing far enough up to make that call early. Arial Rise doing really, really well with the decision-making here, but Joker, watching that flank, spots Prosper.
That's a free pick.
This is where you're flanking too early. They haven't committed anywhere, and yet you're going and you're revealing yourself, and this is all getting communicated. I would be surprised if somebody comes back to help.
He has to be so patient because if Prosper's able to realize that he's in a gunfight, you got extra HP, and no, still going to be Joker that is going to be shutting him down. Yes, that armor, I thought it might be able to come into play, but no, Joker waited. Extremely patient right there. Beautiful play coming out, but that is going to be Story dropping as well. Another snipe coming in from Slopadopoulos. Oh, the double tier. That is absolutely incredible. And that's going to be Arial Rise picking up another round. They are 1 round away from going up 1-0.
Oh, 6-4. And when you saw Prosper go down, and we were talking about, oh, this misplay right here. Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter if Slop can take out 2 that quickly. hitting the 2-tap again, and it is done. Massive plays from Slop to get them back into that. And we'll say it again, man, in this server, these players are close on both teams. Just all around strong performance. You can't knock anybody here, but somebody has to win. And right now, it is Arial Rise 1 round away from doing just that.
And now an interesting thing, High Caliber previously, they let Story play the Sigrid, and, you know, it didn't all work out that well for him. This time they kept it from him, and he's top fragging on Ronin. Most damage in the lobby. Story has absolutely turned this up. He said, you know what? All right, cool. You want to ban my Sigrid by picking it? I'm just going to go ahead and make something happen. Oh, man, Saint, that is an ego chow if I've ever seen one, and he's going to pay for it very, very heavily. But they might be able to turn the tides right here, but no, it's all down to Joker on the glimpse.
Yeah, 1 versus 3, that's a tough spot. Can he win the first one? No, not even that first battle. Prosper, with some great gun skill, will take him down 7-4. We are going to see Arial Rise going up 1-0 in this series. Best of 5. First map's a demo. We're going into another, but High Caliber, they've looked pretty good if we get to that Sabo. Of course, we will get to that Sabo if they can make a stand there, if they don't take this next demo. I think there's a good chance, though. They're a team that can bounce back. Some smart players in there, but Arial Rise, they're kind of continuing that momentum.
Oh, for sure. I mean, listen, this is the thing. Arial Rise, they understand that pretty much everyone, destiny-wise, has them going back to that grand final, so they have a lot more pressure on them than High Caliber do. High Caliber came into the day, pretty much their one pressure match of the day was their first match of the day, because we all know that pretty much coming in, the top 2 squads in this tournament were going to be Arial Rise and Blackhand. So, I mean, listen, the fact that they are staying composed against this roster and still able to pick up 4 rounds, rounds, I mean, they had some very good showings right there. A lot of close rounds that could have went their way. It was just unfortunate for them.
Yeah, we say a lot of pressure from the outside coming in for Arial or Rise and just how they performed at day one, but the pressure for High Castle is really coming from themselves and knowing that, you know, as we talked about a lot, Candy kept getting fourth. Candy kept getting fourth. Well, he's made it past that point. But these guys want that victory. They want to finally say that I've done this. I've performed on LAN at the highest possible level. I've taken one. They won a grand final appearance. So they have their own pressure. It's just a little bit different. It's less expectation, right?
100%. Right now, pretty much they can just go for broke. If they want to try out an interesting comp, you know, you might as well go for it right here and now. No one's going to really, you know, be mad at you or be like, oh, man, you guys should have gotten, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you really want to try something out, now is going to be the time. If you're going to pull out a wonky pick, who knows? I mean, listen, Candy was talking about he's got a bunch of ideas for the draft. We might be seeing a rogue that we haven't been seeing all weekend. Not going to name what rogue that is because I'm not going to be that guy to spoil it. But if it ever happens, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised because this team right here, they can really pull out some X factors.
And I think that's needed because we know, you know, just in comparison of the players individually, it's hard for High Caliber to be able to really match them. If they're all on fire, the other enemy team's not doing as hot on Arial or Rise, then maybe, but I would like to see something that's just wild and different to catch them off guard. And Canals is a map that, honestly, neither team has looked fantastic on, but High Caliber has gotten 2 shots at it, and neither one of them was really looking too hot.
Yeah, and that gives me a lot of hope coming in for, honestly, Arial Rise to go up 2-0 in this one. But the thing is that they are on that defensive side, and we all know how important that can be. Arial Rise was able to win when they had the offensive side, but now they've got to do it when they have the second pick and the second ban coming in. As you can see, it's already going to be the Sigrid ban. Now, what are your thoughts about banning away the Sigrid? Because, I mean, when Story has played the Sigrid, he hasn't exactly done all that well with this squad in Arial Rise. So why do you think they're still banning it?
Well, I think because the reason that it didn't do so hot, and it's because everything was to counter the Sigrid. I mean, they had the drones going behind him, the repulses, the flashbangs. There was just so much effort, and it's like, we don't want to do that. We spent so much to try to stop that we were just losing to other areas. On the flip side, if you're thinking in that light, you don't want him on a Sigrid on this map if you're not countering it because the lanes are so close, he can literally walk you out of the positions you're in and let his team follow behind. So I'm not mad at that at all. The Scorch ban, we've seen that twice now today, and that's very uncommon because Scorch is almost always in the first round of picks.
Yeah, precisely, and that makes me wonder, are they going to go with the double res right here? We saw Blackhand do it and ended up paying off for them on Windward, and I mean, we know that Dahlia is going to be locked in, but that's the thing is High Caliber, they've got options with this pick. With that Scorch ban coming out, I don't think they're ready for both reses to be open. And yeah, they're not going to go with it. They're going to go with the Ronin Glitch. Wait a second. They're not going with either revive. They're going to give them on the defensive side Dahlia Saint. If you're Arial Rise, I don't know how you don't pick Dahlia Saint. Like, you're still going to get something good on the back end. There's no way that High Caliber can just take every good rogue at this point. I don't know. I think you lock in the double revive right here. Definitely Dahlia for sure.
Yeah, Dahlia is coming.
Yeah.
I don't see a world where Dahlia isn't picked right here, but I'm not as sold about the Saint because then you're giving so much, you're left with
Fixer.
Okay, this is it. This is the moment. So we know they got the Fixer. Will they take another res? Now we know they're not getting both, right? We were talking about that. Will they get the Saint as well? No. They do pick the Dahlia again. That's not too surprising. They're willing to give the Saint back because they don't want to give up that pick right now.
The thing is, are High Caliber going to take it? That's kind of what I'm looking at right now. I mean, they've got a lot of options on the board for sure. I want to be inside Candy's head right now. I want to know exactly what he's thinking because, oh, man, this is a tough one because you're trying to guess what they're going to pick on their back end to somewhat counter that as well or mitigate what their options are. So, I mean, this is going to be good.
Do you see a world where Saint is not in the game?
Yes.
If they don't pick
Sadly,
it,
I do.
It goes back. You think that we could see Saint not coming in despite being available. It's not going to be this game.
Yeah, okay. I thought there was a world where, they're just not going to pick it because, I mean, realistically looking at this one, I just don't know if that was all that strong of a pick compared to what else is left on the board. But, I mean, hey, listen, they're going for it, and I respect it. It's definitely good to not give up double res, especially to the defending team that has second pick. Like that, I don't know if we've ever seen double res going over to the defensive side. Either way, like now if you're Arial Rise, what do you do to counter this composition that doesn't have any intel?
I think you just kind of stick with what you want, right? I mean, your safe picks. Chalk, you're able to breach things, and Juke. Juke has looked very good on this map. I always bring it up. Juke is not just, I can throw you away or hit you with impact. Those drones are also intel. right?
Yep.
So, yeah, you're not going to be able to reveal a Ronin,
Yep.
but you throw a drone out there, it's going to let you know.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, Ronin, she's immune to those reveals, but guess what? Yeah, the drones, they still see you no matter what. Can't be immune to those whatsoever. And yeah, I'm going to be honest. Arial Rise, they won the draft, and winning the draft on the defensive side, that is pretty hard to do. And I feel like they heavily won this draft as well. I don't even feel like it was honestly close. The fact that they're on defense first and their comp is very, very much so catered to offense. I mean, this team, once they get on offense, Arial Arise, they're just going to be able to get cut control at B with Juke, then they're going to be able to flash over with Chalk, and then they're going to be able to push long with Slopodopolis on the fixer, all with a Dahlia that's connected to the Chalk, the entry fragger. So this is going to be a very tough situation for High Caliber, in my opinion. But hey, listen, it's all about proving me wrong.
Exactly. And as you said, they might whip out some stuff that is unexpected because they need to try something. They need to do something different.
Yeah.
They've done the Chalk play. We saw that day one. It didn't work for them, so they tried a different approach. And right off the bat, they are able to force Story out of cut.
Yeah.
He has support here. EMAS is there with them, and that is going to be their opportunity to make something happen. And now they've taken some ground. They're slowing it down, but it's all been seen by Slop, and they still have pressure coming on long.
Precisely, as you can see the shots from Slop trying to take out Canny, but going to be paying for it severely as he is going to get fooled. Ronin also going to be dropping as well. Still no bomb planted yet. So that is going to be in the hands of the Glitch Cannibals heading toward long as this squad is trying to make something happen, but it is going to be a pinch coming in. Everyone from High Caliber is completely surrounding all the players from Arial, so it's just going to be about the trades that are going to be coming out. So right now, High Caliber getting the better of it. The Dahlia Res starting to come through. You got to stay alive while the Res comes through, and no, wasn't able to long enough. That's going to be a big, big win coming in for High Caliber.
Oh, yeah, it's one step closer to proving you wrong here.
Yep.
You know, High Caliber's thinking in their heads like, Rome wouldn't believe in us, so we have to do this. So here they go, one round. But to be fair, when I was casting them yesterday, the day before, they went up 1-0 a couple of times, and they immediately lost the following round. So this is where they need to build momentum. It can't be one at a time. You need 2, 3, 4 rounds at a time. And even that might not be enough with what we've seen at Arial Rise today. So one round, good start.
Oh,
but
yeah.
we're going to need more from you.
Yeah, definitely going to need more. And the thing that I really spoke about is that this squad is definitely more catered toward a defensive squad on the side of High Caliber, and the side of Arial Arise is more of an offensive squad. So the fact that they're pretty much flip-flopped right here, if you're able to win rounds on when you're not supposed to, essentially, like that's just going to be massive. Yeah.
They're going to have that going in. You're going to feel good about it. Like, hey, now we get to go to the side we're good at.
Yep.
But sides aren't guaranteed either, right?
That's very
you
true.
can have a perfect comp and go to a side and just not be able to execute.
Yep.
So even that's not guaranteed, but it's a good little, boost of confidence, like, okay, now we're feeling good. And this round number 2, though, we're not seeing the same fast-paced play. No ground has really been gained. They haven't taken short. They're still pretty far back on long, but it looks like they're finally trying to change that right now.
And that's the thing. When there's no like true intel on the map, it's very hard to just go ahead and push up and make these rounds fast. They're going to be long drawn out. Make sure they cover their bases, check every single corner, make sure that there isn't going to be anyone ratting whatsoever. This right here from Slop is one of the best spots on Canals. If you don't know it, you just go right here, you crouch, and then your head is pretty much going through the ground right here. So you're pretty much able to shoot, and no one's really able to see you. And that is a big, big advantage because you're able to call out, potentially get a headshot when people aren't expecting. And I think that Saint knows that he's back there. I want to see that, but right now they're going to be getting aggro. Arial, they're going to be pushing this issue.
Oh, yeah, and he needs to be able to hit these shots. He gets the first one. He's down behind the corner, but there's no way Slop's not pushing that, and he does. Whips out the pistol, gets aggressive with it. They try to get the res. Can he stop it? Yes, he can. And look at the kill feed. I mean, it's all going red here as Arial arises. They would pick up a couple of kills, but it actually goes down to a 2 versus 2, and that bomb's not down, Rum.
Yeah, and Arial Arise, they are absolutely cleaning that one up. And, I mean, you said it. You win the first one, and then you lose the second one, and that's exactly what happened right there.
Oh, yeah, they are just unable, seemingly, to be able to follow things up. I think they win that, and instead of just trying to do maybe the same thing or something more aggressive, they're so worried about losing to a lower economy, it seems, that they almost slow down too much. We saw there, the bomb wasn't down, and there was like 7 seconds left before it was just a wipe, and there was nothing to do.
Yeah.
It was close. I mean, it ended up in a 2v2, but you had no time, so you can't play the 2v2 well. You're forced to make the decision. They're not.
Yeah, precisely, and already Prosper, the top fragger for his team right now. He's got the LMP slightly upgraded, most likely going to have Lifeline as well. Does have a nade in his kit, so I mean, as a Dahlia, that's pretty good to go heading into round number 3.
Yeah, and to see him back on his bread and butter, right? Like, that's kind of where everybody knows him. He's been doing very different and very well in this tournament. And look at this long aggression we're seeing. Prosper and Slot pushing up. It is going to be that trade, but as you mentioned, those abilities are coming out. He's coming right back into the action, but so does the player for High Caliber. So here we go, right back up.
They use the Saint drone on that, so there's still going to be the Dahlia Res that is going to be coming in on the side of Arial Arise, and that could be massive. We all know how big those are when these trades start to come out. Slopadopoulos, I mean, you do not want him to get hot. We saw what he did on Favelas earlier in the tournament, literally dancing and taking people. Bruh. All right, if we double tapping toes out here, we doing something nice.
Oh,
and he's looking for toes. He's looking for toes. Oh, he just needs to hit a pinky. Oh, but barely not able to get out of that situation as the trades are going to be coming in. Are the reses going to be coming in as well? No, that's not going to be the case. It's all that's going to be left is going to be Juke. Story trying to take out one. Isn't able to take out anyone else, though. 3v1 situation.
Yeah, and that bomb is down, but it's right there and it's recovered. So now 3v1, it's all on to Story to come up big. He has a little bit of utility, can repulse, trying to get up here and see what he can do as that bomb gets dropped. It hasn't been planted. Trying to get around, make something happen, but Saint wins that 1v1 quickly as well, and that will be High Caliber finally picking up around here on Canals.
And that was a big round for sure. You do not want to let this Arial Arise roster start to get that momentum, start to keep that confidence boost because, I mean, they're already up 1-0 in the series. If you're down 0-2 heading into Sabotage against Arial Arise, when Arial Arise is the only team so far to take a Sabotage map off of Blackhand, like that's just not a recipe for success. Arial Arise have clearly figured out something in Sabotage extremely quickly. Prosper, heading into that Skyfell, literally told me in the cafeteria, he said, bro, I've never played Skyfell in my life, Sabotage. Like, I'm literally coming into this completely blind. And then they won 3-1. So, like, and that's against the best Sabotage team in the game that has studied Skyfell, understands it like the back of their hand. So, listen, Arial, they might have something special on Championship Sundays. I mean, I don't know. This roster and Prosper and EMES, they were able to make it happen at the last LAN event, and now, I mean, they're looking to do it yet again.
Yeah, if they get this one, I mean, it is definitely a big step in that direction. But High Caliber not willing to let that happen without a fight. We saw it in map 1. We're seeing it here at 2-1. They don't want to give this one up now. They want to keep fighting tooth and nail to keep this dream alive. They want that spot in the final, and Canals would be a major step in that direction. They need more. They're down 2-1, and finally I think that hit may be coming in as that glitch hack comes out, but looks like they're not really moving, actually.
I have never seen less movement after a glitch hack. That was, you're usually supposed to make your play, but it seems like for whatever reason they decided to not do that, and that is pretty much going to be an interesting decision because now you have no glitch hack to when you want to push the site. They were able to clear out cut, but now, I mean, you got to watch your back. You got to understand you have to keep somebody in cut. You can't just completely give that up, and it looks like they're going to give it up. They're going to say, okay, we got a Claymore there. That's all we need. Saint is able to drop EMES right now. He's going to be slot backing on up. You got to drop down. You got to figure something out. They're able to get the revive. The plant goes down. 2 players are in cut for Arial, trying to apply the pressure.
Yeah, and if they can get this HP back, they would apply some pressure on the Saint there, and that's why I think he decided to roll back, because he knows he can't finish that kill, and there's no point in forcing it. And that was a bait. That was him crossing to allow Story to try to get something, but he's not, and now Saint's chasing it down. He finishes that one up, and now it is all down to this 2 versus 4. They do get one. That's going to be Rugi falling, but Joker chimes back in with one of his own. It is all on to Prosper on that Dolly, and he can't make anything of it. 3-1.
Yeah, High Caliber actually coming in pretty hot on this map, looking pretty solid. It seems like the decision-making, it's all there right now. And Canny, the IGL, he's feeling good. He's laughing, licking his lips. Man, he's vibing right now out there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's got to be feeling good. You have to keep that mental up. That's something you always worry about with any team, especially if they start to go down. They go down in the series. It's been tough. They probably came in feeling a little more confident. They lose the first map, but High Caliber up 3-1, looking solid, feeling good, and now it's just you have to keep that up. Right? We talked about it. We think that they're kind of their comps are better for the opposite sides.
Yep.
So you want these rounds.
Yeah.
But it's also like the more you get, the more you're like, oh, okay, we're going to be fine on the other side. Well, you're never fine against Arial Arise. So you have to keep your head in the game. You have to play to perfection. Thus far, they've done a good job of it.
Yeah, specifically, I mean, that Ronin is going to be massive on defense. We all know how big Ronin can be on a map, especially like this. It's so many corners that you have to play off of, and those Ronin knives can be absolutely massive, as it is going to be a little bit of an A push coming out, but that Ronin is going to end up dropping in Saint TK, and that's going to be very unfortunate because I mean, looking at this, I mean, Arial Arise, they should lock down this round. If they lose this one, I mean, that just can't happen, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, look at Slop. I mean, you have to think he's just trying to bait something out. He's just trying to get them to peek because he's feeling it. He thinks he can hit that flick if they do it. Plus, then he can make the call. This is almost an intel bait. If you keep poking out, eventually they might fire a shot at you, and you can pass that information on. That's all he's trying to do, and those are big brain plays. I mean, that's a galaxy brain play there coming out of Slop to just be like, yeah, fire a shot at me. I want you to, because then my teammates, they're showing up to help out.
Oh, precisely. I can call out where Rogue is over here. I can tell if you have the bomb or not. All that good stuff. So much intel going to be coming out of just getting a player to peek. Oh, what timing was that? The flash comes out. That was literally the worst timing possible, but Emes still flash, able to get out with his life. Beautiful play. You can see Kenny. Oh, the big nade coming out, but not going to be a Simtech, so you're not going to get a stick there. Only 50 damage from that impact nade.
Yeah, it's enough to kind of slow them down, though. They can't get aggressive off of that. They had to wait for that HP to come back. And look at the time here. 12 seconds. They need to make something happen. Big nade out of Prosper to take them down. That's a bomb drop as well. And it's looking like, well, we're getting a second round here for Arial Arise.
Oh, precisely. And Slopadopoulos finishing it off with the no-scope as well. Solid plays coming out. I mean, Arial Arise, they understand the position that they're in. We spoke about it many times. Both of these comps, they're pretty much made for the opposite sides of the map. So, I mean, they just want to send this to 3-3 on the other side and then lock it down on defense. If it's 3-3, Arial Arise, they're going to be very, very confident going into the second half.
Without a doubt. I mean, they're already feeling good. They're not feeling like they're out of this. They're confident against a team like High Caliber. They've been here before. They've been able to take them down before. So all they need to do is keep playing their game, keep getting these results out of a Dahlia, 1,200 damage, the highest in the entire server.
Yeah.
That's what they want to keep seeing. And, of course, Slop's been popping off. Even though they're down right now, they're not feeling any sort of pressure. It's one round. As you said, they can swap halves and then, of course, feel even better. I like the plays that they're making.
Yeah, they're doing a solid job for sure. They're going to be cool, calm, and collected, and they also understand this is a best of 5, right? It's not a best of 3 where you have to have nerves every single round. You can take it one map at a time. Simple as that. Clutch this up, and this is one of the most famous ratting spots ever by Emes right now, and he's just going to be waiting. He's got the Simtex, got the flash to bounce it off of that wall when they do try to push long, and he's got the chocolate to push and try to finish any down that he may get. So if anyone does go long, they don't have any intel, it's going to be very, very difficult.
Yeah, and it looks like at this point, they're going to, if they do go long, they're going to be going late. It's actually Joker over in that direction. So as soon as these players are distracted, he might be able to make a play. The problem is he goes down. That's no res. And Story applying pressure there from the cut has sort of slowed down this push. So 50 seconds left. And we have a flank out of Slop who's able to take down one. He wants some more, and that's the bomb drop. So now even more times being eaten away, and more kills are going in the other direction. 2 versus 1 favoring. And I mean, at that point, nothing else to say. That is a 3-3 as Arial Arise pull off another big round.
You know, people forget. You know, like, people forget that a lot of these rogues got different perks a couple months ago. And when Fixer got padded, I mean, that just opened the doors for so many plays. And we normally don't see the flanking Fixer, but this time we got it. Slopadopoulos, he hit the zip line, went all the way to the back spawn, and made it work out. That was a beautiful flank coming in, a game-winning, or a round-winning play coming in from Slopadopoulos yet again.
Yeah, and the thing is, as you said, them getting this, you don't see it often, so it's almost like you never expect it. But all it takes is a really good player to decide one round. This is the one where I'm going to make this valuable. You may never have to do it again because it's that one round where they're not expecting it. You pick it up, you tie it up at 3-3, and now you've got a good shot because, well, now you're on the attack.
Yeah, now we get to see exactly how each side is going to be playing on essentially their favored side, both teams with their composition. So right now, as I stated, you're going to be having the Fixer playing long, you're going to be having the Juke, and most likely the Dahlia playing the cut. And right here, Rugi trying to stop any pressure coming in. The glitch hack is going to be coming out to thwart the push, but just for now, we all know that glitch hack, it's not going to last forever, and this is a dangerous place for Canny to play.
Oh, it is, but he's got support here on the back, so if they swing wide enough, they can swing with them, but that is where basically the round is decided. If you win that, cool. If you don't, you've given away your lives, and they're going to be able to pull something out. So 54 seconds left. We're at a standstill,
they're going to check that,
closer.
Though. Any top team always checks that corner when they go to plant it. You can see a player's gun if they're in that corner. So, I mean, Canny, I don't know, man. Like, this is a tough situation because Slop, all he has to do is pop that Fixer ult. He does have a flash to try to counter it, but he's taking shots at a chalk with 150 HP. The flash does come out. It's able to land. The Ronin knife needs to be big. He's able to down one with it, but Saint ends up dropping, and that is going to be a very, very quick situation as, I mean, Arial Arise, they're taking it to him, and they're eliminating them extremely easily. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. This squad, they just pushed it out, and You can't really do anything about that. We said that their comp is better for offense, and that's exactly why.
I mean, case in point, you said it, and they played it to perfection,
Yeah.
and that's why. And this chance to hear what they're thinking, we're going to go for a listening.
They take only 1 down. No, 2 down.
I think one of these rounds they're gonna play aggro, bro.
Yeah, they might.
I think let's see if we
Careful
got
to
checked.
you,
Really.
P.
Saints there again. Just ran back, running.
Ronin was there?
Yeah, what
went
running?
back, went back.
And then I see one right here. Glitch. Close.
No, I'm one.
Yeah, you're good, you're good.
Glitch is still on this
Okay,
box,
cool.
I think.
Let's go first.
I'm
We'll be up
doing
top. I got lifeline as well.
I don't see him.
I mean, shit, I can just use my ult. Wait, they can glitch or
Yeah,
again.
yeah,
Let me
yeah,
wait
do
for
it,
my
do it,
smoke
do it, do it.
again.
Careful to
they're
the
gonna hack.
Claymore.
Blade.
They didn't glitch
Dead.
roll. They didn't glitch
Do you
roll.
ult?
I got stuck. I had to move.
Glitch dead.
No.
Runway short, dead.
Nice, on you close. Close next to him.
Kenny won, Kenny
Right,
won.
right, MS on you, right.
I had to finish the down.
Nice.
He was on site, he was on site.
Yeah, on long.
Yeah, along.
Yeah. Front flip to that, pussy.
Nice, let's go. Come on.
No
let's go.
way,
fucking
actually.
2 rounds. You're the
Greedy
best.
when he was
The
on
best.
long.
Stop looking a little
Arial
wild.
Arise making that bread and butter play look easy. You got the fixer ult long, you got the chalk flashing over and pushing out blue. It's literally the most bread and butter play in Rogue Company competitive. I literally say that every time. If you get that chalk, you can make that play flashing over, especially if there's limited trophies on the other side or no trophies like in this situation. So, I mean, really, this squad, like I said, they are made for offense, and right now they're 2-0 on this side.
Yeah, and big plays out of EMS.
Yep.
I mean, he went over there and just made it happen, pushing for a kill. Gets to the second, you could hear the excitement in his voice
Yeah.
when I'm pretty sure he beamed the guy all the way in connector and was
Yep.
just like, got him too. And then they make the call the guys on site. He might have got a little aggressive there, but ultimately it pays off, and they end up going up 5-3 now.
Yeah, he was able to get a nice 3-piece for sure. And the crazy thing is that he got the first 2 kills without even popping his chalk ult yet. So he popped his chalk ult and he only went up to about 80 health because that's just how low he was after that engagement, taking out those 2 players, eventually getting the third. Now we're getting an A-plant that is going to be coming out of Arial Arise. And yeah, High Caliber, we're not expecting this whatsoever. None of them are in any type of position to retake this, and they're going to even need to worry about getting onto the site. Most of the time, you back up and you're playing inside the boat. No, Arial Arise, they're not going to be making that mistake whatsoever. They are playing up in aggro. They want to make it hard for them to come in, but guess what? Story was just pushed up too far. The second that player in cut backed up, you have to back up if you're Story. You have literally no cover from cut, and that's exactly what happened. Ends up dropping with his life as the Dahlia is going to need to back up to the boat, and they are pressuring right now. High Caliber, this is exactly what you want to see in a retake. Aside from that, Canny ends up dropping. Saint ends up dropping as well, and now, I mean, the hold's coming in. 2v2 situation. Rugi goes down now, down to a 1v1. Revive on revive, but guess what? The Dahlia res comes through, and that's going to be massive.
Yeah, and it's all down to Joker. Now they do manage to send that drone off, but it doesn't matter. The bomb's going to tick, and that is, I mean, the way that it was such a free plant, they didn't even use that much utility. They get in there, they get it down, and as you said, it kind of had a turning point there where there's an opportunity because Story didn't get out. I mean, once EMS was forced off of that corner, you have to be able to get out because they're taking control of that. And now you're going to get taken out, and that's exactly what happens. But those revives, they come through, they're able to get back into the swing of things, and some big plays, some big shots. Arial Arise go to match point.
Yeah, here we are. Is Arial going to be able to close it out on their team's favored side? Right now, the Chalk and EMS is absolutely a monster pick coming out for this Arial roster. I mean, EMS, we all know that he likes getting aggro, getting up in your face, and getting hype afterwards, and that's exactly what he's doing right here on Canals.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we just seeing them show up in these demolition games. Arial Arise, like I said, before we got into that first map, they said they felt more confident after that loss than they have the whole day, and they are looking it. I mean, they're about to take another map, and that will just really set them up for a tough, tough way in terms of High Caliber trying to get a victory.
Oh, Oh, man, Candy, you got to at least get one. Is able to get the full as well as the trade does come out in the mid. Oh, don't get turned on. Oh, man, the trade is going to be coming out. 2v2 situation now, but the RCCS and the Saint drone might be able to come in, and it looks like the Ronin's going to be left by her lonesome. 1v2 situation, and they're going to be, oh, no, the Ronin knife coming in massive, able to get the Dahlia down and be able to finish the down player, making it now a 1v1 situation as that player's trying to crawl away, making themselves resable, as that's exactly what they're going to be going for. You can't let that happen if you're Saint TK. You got to wide swing it right now, but that is not going to be able to happen. Oh, Saint, he's hitting his shots right here. You got to be careful. If you're Story, getting him down extremely low, as right, they just got to go plant the bomb. There's 30 seconds left. Reset, take a breath.
Yeah, no reason to push it, give him the opportunity. Yes, he's low, but that buys you time. Doesn't have to be the forced kill. It gives you the time to breathe, plant the bomb, and position yourself. This is going to be very difficult for Saint because he still has to wait a while to get his utility back. It was a great usage, but then ultimately the players get right back up. He may be able to sneak around, but they might think that he jumped back through middle. So I still think they're going to be relatively aware of this, and he's making enough noise that they definitely know. And that drone, well, that's going to be the nail in the coffin for figuring out exactly where he's at.
Yep, precisely. And right now, Saint has absolutely no idea where the second player's at. He understands Story's on the other side. Already going to be... got to be careful if you're Story, as he is getting fried. Now it's down to a 1v1. If he can realize that this player's right below him, which he might have heard him here. Oh, not able to do it. Prosper shutting him down. And as we stated, they got to that offensive side, and they did not give up one round with that composition.
No, that was probably their closest round right there, bringing it down to that 1v1. And honestly, after Saint got that kill on Story, you think all it takes is one little mistake from Prosper, and he's going to get back into this. You can see they're looking a little down. That's tough. You're down 0-2 in this series. And I know they had to come in thinking, this is our chance, right? This is our chance. We have this ability, but right now we're not seeing it because Arial Arise, they're looking fired up.
Oh, yeah, they're looking absolutely incredible. High Caliber knew that they needed to win one of the demos pretty much in order to win this series. Right now they're down 0-2, heading into back-to-back sabotages where Arial Arise is the only team to take a sabo off of Blackhand. So they've already figured some things out, and now it's just going to be all about can High Caliber answer back. What does the IGL and Canny have up his sleeve right now, down 0-2? We've seen some incredible things already today.